Welcome, guys. All right, we are back. Course Creation Profits webinar. We're going to talk about how to create an online course and sell it. How many of you guys are excited about that? Give me a hand clap in the chat. All right, I'm excited to be here once again. It's been a while, man. Been a little inconsistent. I missed our website Traffic Wednesday opportunity here. I had some business I had to take care of, so unable to make that on this upcoming, this past Wednesday at 5. But we're here live at 8 tonight, talking about how to create a course, an online course, and how to sell it. So tonight, I'm really going to share with you guys my 5 secrets of creating an online course, a profitable online course. So if you guys are excited to find out about that, give me a hand clap. All right, like it and share it, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to get started here, guys. But guys, look, here's the reason why. I want to just kind of give you a little background story. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Clark Bailey. I'm the marketing funnel coach here at 24/7 Online Marketing, and I founded this company back in 2009. And I'm going to tell you guys something really, really cool. I've always enjoyed courses, but I never really realized the power of courses until recently. Well, now I have to give you a little background story. I realized this based upon what has been going on in this past couple of years, ever since the COVID-19 pandemic hit, right? And so the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and I knew courses kind of good booming before, but ever since COVID hit and everyone was forced to go home and everyone's been forced to go online, like how many people knew how to Zoom before COVID-19, right? Not that many people, but Zoom has been around a lot longer than COVID-19, right? It just happened to boom right then when COVID-19 hit. And then people started going online. Education world, what changed in the education world, right? Here's what changed. All students had to go home and everyone had to switch to online to figure out how to go take classes online, right? So now everybody's used to taking classes online. So it dawned on me. Everyone's home now. Everyone understands the value of being at home. Everyone enjoys being at home. People don't feel like they need to always go to a physical place to take a class. Now, you still have some extroverts that need to go somewhere, they can socialize mostly more than learn, but that's where they go there for, right? But people realize online courses are powerful, inexpensive, and flexible, right? And you can still learn just as much as you can. If an online course is done right, you can still learn just as much as you did if you were in the class live, right? Physically in the class. So virtual learning is taking off. Now, guys, I'm going to share with you guys, before I jump into the 5 steps how to create a profitable online course and sell it, I kind of just want to walk you through this story, what I found, right? And so I did some research and, this is pretty good. And then recently there were so I was like, wow, online courses are pretty cool. That's probably it, right? Now COVID-19 is kind of dwindling away, right? But then something else popped up. So I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. So then something else popped up. All this talk about maybe there might be a global recession. So then it popped back in my head again. Oh my gosh, guys, look, think about it. If there's a global recession, there's going to be something that's going to happen, right? And what's going to happen is people are going to not be able to afford purchasing certain services, right? Whatever they may be. Similar to the pandemic. Pandemic was pretty much every service unless a grocery store or pickup or delivery, right? But for services, right? Instance, if you don't have any global recession, money will be tight. People are going to be watching their money. So they're going to be like, well, I don't know if I should go to the 5-star restaurant anymore. I might just go to, Chick-fil-A instead, right? Or I don't know if I should go to Chick-fil-A anymore, but I might just stay home, right? And cook my own chicken, right? And so you got to just figure out. So when that happens, your customer desire is shifting, okay? And I shared this early in the week on Monday. If you guys did not see that, I shared my customer desire. I think I'll share that with you guys again. I shared the customer desire window, triangle or pyramid here, right? And I said there's 2 types of buyers, but let me share this with you real quick. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to share this with you. All right, here we go. So here's the customer desire, right? Pyramid. I shared with you guys on Monday. If you haven't seen it, go to my Facebook or go to my YouTube page. I did this past Monday on Martin Luther King Day, January 16th is when I shared this, right? So the customer journey looks very, very simple, right? Oh man, I forgot my pen. Man, I left my pen. Anyway, so customer journey is very, very simple, right? You got this part right here. So in the green there is a customer journey. And then you can see there, right? That's kind of the sweet spot. But the pyramid starts with the DIF, which is do it for me, right? Which is guys, it's a service where you do it for them, right? They want to eat, you cook their food for them, right? They go to a restaurant, get the food cooked, right? If they want the lawn service, they want the lawn cut, they go hire a lawn service, come cut the grass, right? That's a do it for me type of thing. And then that's the top tier, right? And then below that, you have the DIW, which is a do it with me type service, right? And there is where you kind of coach them and show them how to do it. So you kind of a course, but you're also showing them, maybe going behind the scenes, maybe doing a little bit more of a deep dive and actually how to do it, right? So they're kind of doing it with you. It's kind of a step-by-step process. You show them step one, you just teach them how to do it, and then you might have some little interaction with them, maybe some live interaction, right? It could be virtual, it could be physical, I don't know, right? It all depends how you want to do it. But that's kind of do it with you. An example of this one will be, for instance, all right, you want to get your driver's license, right? You want to be able to drive a car. You want to go from point, let's say you want to be able to drive to work every day, right? Now, do it for you is you go hire taxi service, you hire Uber to pick you up and take you there. But then you say, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to have to wait. So I want to buy my own car, right? And then I want to drive myself to there. Now, there's two ways you can learn, right? Mostly what we do is now we got to take driver's education and we have to take driver's instruction lessons, and we're going to have so much hours with an instructor in the car. So that was hours with an instructor in the car are do it with me. He's going to show you how to drive the vehicle. He's going to be in the car with you. That's an example of do it with me, right? Now, the bottom tier, which is do it yourself, right? So that tier is saying, hey guys, look, do it yourself. Here's what happens in do it yourself. Same example of the car. All right, I want to be able to drive myself to work. I don't want to have to car Uber no more, so I'm going to buy a car. So you buy a car, right? Now what you got to do? Well, I want to read the owner's manual on how to drive the car, and then I'm going to also read a book on how to drive, right? So you're going to just read a book. Now, you and I both know we can't legally do that. You can just read a book, start driving. You got to take a test in order to do that. But if you wanted to teach yourself how to drive, you just have to read a book, right? You could do that, but you might miss some stuff, right? And so, but that's the kind of DIY person. The person has no interaction with the instructor at all, and they just read the book and they do it themselves, right? Some other examples of DIY would be, someone wants to go fix, read how to do their own lawn service, and they read how to cut the grass, and they go read a book, a manual, or maybe they watch a YouTube video out there, and then they go do it, right? So that's kind of do it yourself, right? Type of person, right? No interaction with the instructor or whoever wrote the author of the book or the author of the videos or the training course that they put together, no interaction whatsoever. So that's kind of do it yourselfer, right? So that case, right? So now think about it from a recessional standpoint. If we go into a global recession, this is high level, guys, this is common sense here. If we go into a global recession, right? If your money's getting tight, you're going to move down on the pyramid, right? Your customer desires, even though you still might want to have to do it for, you just can't afford that no more. You don't want to risk spending that much money because you don't know how long money you got to stretch your money. So you're going to move down on the pyramid, right? And so if you were do it yourself, do it for me type of person, you might go down to do it with me. All right, just show me how to do it, right? If you were a do it with me type person, you might move it down. Okay, I just got to figure out how to do it myself. I can't afford an instructor to go with me. I just have to afford to do it myself. But ideally, guys, the middle here is the sweet spot. It is the sweet spot. If you could have a course, even if you had a restaurant, right? You can teach people how to cook some of their favorite dishes that you created, right, in your restaurant. Teach them how to do that and charge them for that, right? That is a perfect opportunity for the do-it-yourself type of course, right? So that is a wonderful, wonderful time, especially if now you can see here I have pricing range of the different tiers here, right? So a do-it-yourself range will be anywhere from $0 to $500, right? They might be willing to pay for instructional lessons where they just have no interaction with you. All depends on the industry, all depends on where you are, right? Because the price of the course actually is, it's kind of getting ahead of myself here, but just pay attention. The price of a course is really going to depend on the industry and what the value of what you're offering is going to give them, of the result. So if the result of what they're going to get is more than the value of the course, if they do it right, implement it, then it's worth the price, right? And since looking at a restaurant, right, the restaurant owner that's going to create a course, right, if the value of what you're going to teach them is less than, what it would take for them to come into your restaurant, and buy the meal themselves, right, and you teach them that, right, then, that's, how you price the course. Now, you say my meal might be a 5-star restaurant. I might have a steak dinner for maybe $30, right? Just one dinner. But this guy thing, no one goes to, majority of people, when they go to a restaurant, they go with a group of people. So this thing, if you can show that person, hey, man, I want to show you how to cook this meal, right? This one meal, and then, and you could charge them what a normal price would be, maybe, half the price would be for maybe 4 people to show up at your restaurant, a 5-star restaurant, right? The average cost of a dish for 4 people, it might be a certain amount of money. It says, say a plate's $30 a plate, you got 4 people, it's $120, right? So to them, the value of learning that course would be $120, right? Or maybe a little bit less because they're not actually having you do it, right? And so that's how you kind of price it out. And you can also think in a different way. You can also look at maybe the customer lifetime value of that, right? Or you can also look at it a way, it depends on how you just tell your course, right? How you price it, right? Well, instead of just teaching them how to cook one meal, maybe I cook them how to teach all the meals on my menu, right? And so then the value is a lot more, right? Because now you're saying you're going to learn how to cook every single meal that's on my menu, right? And my menu is this long, and my average price on the menu is this amount, right? And so every time you were to come to my restaurant and eat every single meal that's on here, it's going to cost you an average of $30 per meal, right? Therefore, 30 times, let's say you got, 20 different items on your meal, right? 30 times 20, right? That's $600, right? So you kind of know what the value would be, right? You can charge that accordingly, right? And plus, there's a little bit extra if you do it with me, right? Your time of interaction, you can always charge more because now you're interacting with that customer. So now there's a higher perceived value, which allows you to, interaction with you allows you to charge more. You guys, this is making sense to you? All right, so that's the beauty of what I'm realizing. So if we have to go into global recession, or if another pandemic occurs and the government sends all of our government around the world sends us all back home again, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be as a business owner again? Do you want to be in that pit once again, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do, right? Same thing with a barber or hair salon. What happens if they get shut down again, right? What are they going to do? Teach an online course. Teach people how to cut their hair, how to hairstyle their hair, right? How to do their nails if you're in the beauty industry. So I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what service industry you are in, it will work for everyone. All right, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Give me a hand clap. All right. All right, now, real quick, here's what I want to go over with you guys real quick once again. So I want to share with you guys exactly how you're going to build this online course. But any questions so far on what I just went over? Any questions so far? Now, if you have any questions, you are in the chat. All you got to do is type a letter Q. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, type the letter Q with a colon after it, and then type in your question. That way I can filter through the comments, and I can see that if there's a question that needs to be answered. Okay? All right. So let's kind of jump in. So today I want to deep dive into really, I almost forgot. One more housekeeping rule. Guys, if you are interested in if you stay to the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you a free resource, guys. It's going to save you hundreds of hours of research on Google or Yahoo or Bing, wherever you're going to do research on how to create an online course. It's literally, I broke it down to about 5 categories. There's 59 different links, right, that I feel are very valuable for you. If you want to go in and do the research yourself, I consolidated, have my team consolidate all of the best information that's out there on the web, consolidate it and categorize it, right, for you to be able to go through all the information yourself, all the resources out there if you want to create your online course. So if you stay towards the end, that's what you're going to receive, and I'll make sure you get a hand of that. All right? Anybody cool with that? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hand clap if you like it, and I will greatly appreciate it. We'll keep moving on. All right. So, like I mentioned, I totally believe, guys, 100% confident that literally an online course is going to be the way of the future. And there's a couple things I want to share with you that makes me believe that so much. All right. And so here's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you some statistics about the e-learning industry that's going to blow your mind away. So let's go to Google. All right. We're going to go over here to Google, or I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to share with you. All right. You can see this article right here. All right. So I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you can see it just a little bit better. It might be a little smaller on your screen, but I want you to read the headline right here. Demand for the global e-learning market size will grow at a compound annual growth rate of 14.6%. That means it's expected to hit $374.3 billion by 2026. Do you want to read that to you guys again? Look, the global e-learning market size will grow at a compound annual growth rate. I mean, every year, we're in 2023 right now, right? Beginning of 2023, every year is going to grow at basically 14.6% and expect to hit U.S. dollar size of $374.3 billion by 2026. All right. It is growing. It is booming. It is growing fast. Right. And the compound annual growth rate is between 2020 and 2026. All right. There's some other articles out there that show us that, hey, the growth rate might be a little bit different. So if we go to Global Market Insights, it's going to be another resource for you here. If we watch here, right, they're saying market size, e-learning industry from the Global Market Insights surpassed e-learning market size surpassed US dollars of 315 billion. You guys probably can't read that. Let me blow it up some more for you. Sorry. Right. The e-learning market size surpassed 315 billion in 2021, right, which is just roughly almost 2 years ago, and it's projected to observe a 20% compound annual growth rate from 2022 to 2028. All right. Now you can't, the numbers are somewhat there, but guys, the numbers are still high. The numbers are growing, right? I even saw another article from these guys once before that they were expecting maybe a 9% annual growth rate. So, guys, the learning industry is significantly growing, right? They're saying the 22%. You're looking at the 2028, you're looking at 22%, right? So, guys, it is booming. The growth rate is going to be significantly high in the lead e-learning industry. So I know some of you guys think you don't make money off of that, right? But guys, you can definitely make money off of this. I'm telling you, and the reason why some people might think they don't make money off of it, because if you're trying to tell to the DIY people down here, the DIY people, right? The DIY people, you might not make money. It's going to be hard to sell to them because they want to do it themselves. And they want the cheapest way to figure out how to do it themselves, right? That's what they're trying to do. You do it yourself because you want to find the cheapest way. If you really want to learn how to do something right, and you want to do it yourself, you're going to do it with someone that's going to show you how to do it with you, right? Because you want to learn everything that you can. You want to learn all the interest. You want to trade. You want to be an apprentice, right? You want to be a apprentice, right? And you want to be able to follow somebody who knows what they're doing. So if you try to tell the DIY market, it's going to be a very hard market. And so I know a lot of people might think, well, you're not can't make any money in it. Well, you're down there. But even so, right now, it don't really matter, guys. I think if you just created something, it's going to be booming. And guys might be thinking, hey, the competition is high. There's going to be a lot of competition out there, right? So what? Right? And let me show you why. I'm going to tell you why I don't care. There's two types of buyers out there. There's two types of buyers, right? There's a stuff buyer. These people are the ones that just collect stuff, right? They're just collectors. They buy stuff no matter what. They can buy everything from everybody in a competition that's in your competition, your niche. If everyone has a course, all your competitors having a course, they're gonna buy every single one of your courses just because they like to buy stuff. They might have the intention or the desire to do something with it, but at the end of the day, they don't. They don't, for some reason. Something keeps them from doing it, right? That's why they keep on buying courses. There's something in their head gives them some doubt about their course that they bought from you. Say, oh, they don't make any sense to me, right? And so they don't want to do it. So they go to the next course, right? So that's usually what happens. Now, the second type of buyer you have is what we call the insight buyer or application buyer. This person says, hey, I literally intend to purchase what I'm buying and I want to get results from it. No matter what's going to happen, I want to be empowered with knowledge and I want to be able to apply that knowledge, right? So I get the results that I desire, right? So that's why I call it insight or application buyer. And this type of buyer is our target buyer, right? So in a way, it doesn't matter. Either way, you can still make money off of both of these buyers. You're going to have some buyers, going to just be stuff buyers, they're going to collect it, right? And then you got the insight buyer that they're going to say, hey, this is it. I want to do something with this. And these are the guys that you really want because these are really guys that are going to really help you develop your course right. And if it's not right, they're going to engage with you. They're going to be more of an engaging audience, right? So this is why kind of insight. This is the target customer we want for our do it with me type customer because these are the guys that are going to really want to get in there and do it with you. Okay. So literally, guys, this is the sweet spot once again in this area. Now, the e-learning industry I just showed you guys is booming. So guys, you want to know how exactly now we should be creating a very profitable course? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hand clap. All right. So now I'm going to share with you guys how we should be creating an online course. Now, first thing I want you guys to write this down. If you can be so gracious to write this down. All right. All right, here we go. I'm going to write something down here for you guys. Let me pull some. I almost forgot to pull this up. Give me a second. If you guys have any questions so far right now while I'm pulling this up, my presentation here. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm putting on the presentation. So you guys have any question for us been asked, go ahead and type it into the chat, and I'll be glad to answer your question. All righty. So let's jump right in. And I wanted to start off with this. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper, right? And we're going to jump right into the presentation here. And this is what I want you to write down. You got a piece of paper? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you got paper and pencil. All right. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to type in, I want you to write down on your piece of paper, I want you to write down how to create a crystal clear course goal as your secret number one. Go ahead and write that down. How to create a crystal clear course goal as your secret number one. Now, what is this really saying to you guys here? So what am I saying? All right, as you're going to create a course, you got to have a clear, crystal clear, quantifiable goal. Now, this is not necessarily for your end user, your customer, your student, right? That's going to be taking your course. This is actually for you. This is actually for you. So you have a crystal clear what you're supposed to be getting out of this course for you, for your business, right? And how we do that in a high level nutshell is that what I like to do is create a SMART goal. How many people understand what a SMART goal is? Type that into the chat. Let me know if you know what a SMART goal is. All right. So here's what I want to share with you guys. A SMART goal, a SMART goal stands for, give me another sheet. S as specific. Okay. Here we go. I got a nice little template for you, Santa Clara University. So S as specific, M as immeasurable, A as attainable, R as irrelevant, and T as in time. Okay. So this is what we do. We write a goal that has these characteristics in it, right? It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, it has to be relevant, it has to have a time bound to it, okay? When you're gonna have it done, right? And when you want something to be specific, you have to answer the 5 W questions, which are what, why, who, where, which. What do I want to accomplish? Why, specific reasons, purpose, or benefits of accomplishing the goal. Who is involved, where, identify a location, which, identify requirements and constraints, okay? So that's specific, all right? Now, measurable, how much, how many, right? Something quantifiable, something you can actually measure, all right? Attainable, has to be realistic, something you can actually obtain, right? We're not trying to go to the moon with a car. It's not attainable. Right, you're gonna need a rocket ship to go to the moon, right? So you gotta make sure it's gonna be attainable, relevant. What's it worth to you? Does it seem worthwhile to you, right? That's why it's really, really key. I don't want you just to do it because, hey, Claude said, hey, doing the online course is great, man. I can make some major profits from it, right? No, I don't want you to say like that. I want you to have your own reasons for why you're doing it, okay? And then what time frame you're gonna have it done? When are you gonna achieve this goal? When do you want to achieve this goal, right? You gotta have some time boundness to it. So we create this SMART goal, and this is going to guide us for the rest of our pathway, okay, in creating a profitable online course. All right. Does that make sense for everybody? All right. Any questions on that so far? I'm going to be flipping through this stuff kind of quick, guys. I know I am. All right. But does anyone have any questions so far? All right. Okay. No questions? All right, great. So we'll keep moving. Now, on your piece of paper, I want you to write down creating the perfect topic. Now we got to create, now we know our goal for ourselves. We got to create the perfect topic. All right, so write that down. Secret number 2, create the perfect topic. All right, so here's what we need to do. All right, so creating a perfect topic, we got to ask ourselves a couple questions. The 3 things we need to ask ourselves: what are we passionate about? Write that down. What are we knowledgeable about? And what's in demand? Okay. And ideally, ideally, when we do this, right, what we're passionate about, what we're knowledgeable about, and hopefully those two things are congruent. We find a common ground between those two things, and then we go see if there's the actual demand for that. And there's a demand for what the topic that we come up with the first two, and there's demand for that. Then we have found the golden topic. We have found the perfect topic. Okay, so how do you find the perfect topic? Well, how do you know your passion? So how do you find your passion? Right, I want you to write down. We have these questions that we're gonna, I want you to, we're gonna talk about. All right. Our first question is, what do I love doing? Write that down. What do I love doing? Okay. Our second question is, what do I love sharing with other people? What do I love sharing with other people? Third question, what do other people go to me for? So people ask you what do people constantly asking you about, right? The fourth one, what do I look forward to doing in my life? What excites you? What really excites you? What do you look forward to doing? All right. And then last one, what do I wish other people cared more about? What do you wish other people cared more about? Right? Okay. So those are the 5 questions about how to determine your passion. So what the deal is, you're right. You answer those 5 questions, and then hopefully you might see some common theme here, right, between the 5 questions. So now we go to, what are you knowledgeable about, right? So now I'm going to ask the question, what are you knowledgeable about? All right. And so the first question I want you to write down here is, what am I trained to do or have a lot of experience doing? What am I trained to do or have a lot of experience doing? Okay. Write that question down. The next one, what skills have I developed? What skills have you developed over your time, in your lifetime? Third one, what skills do I already teach others about? Okay. What skills do you already teach others about? All right. So with that being done, now, when you finish that, those questions, right, you should come up with hopefully something that seems congruent, coherent, or something common between your knowledge and your passion, right? You have a common theme between your knowledge and your passion. Now, once that happens, now we got to say, all right, is there a demand for this common thing I found out between my knowledge and my passion, right? And so the first question you ask is, are there courses on the same topic? Are there already courses out there on the same topic? And one easy way, people, entrepreneurs, small business owners, right? One easy way to do that is go look online. Go look online. You type in your passion, and one easy way to do it I like to use is a website, is a place called Udemy, Udemy, right? Udemy, right? This is basically a online course site. This is where people can go online, sell their course, right? You go to the spot and they have a huge listing of courses out there, right? Now, all you got to do is type in your topic. So let's say your topic is cooking, right? We're going to use restaurants here. Your topic is cooking, right? You look at cooking. You type in cooking in the search field, and you see tons of courses. And you see, look, Cooking 101, bestseller, right? 4.6 stars, 209 views on that one, right? This course is 4.5 total hours long, 18 lectures, right? All levels, right? They had it priced at $84.99, but I guess there's some sort of sale going on right now. So it's at $16.99, right? It's how you start to get the price range. Remember we talked about pricing earlier, where you can price it at. So you can do a lot of reconnaissance here, guys. A lot of market validation just by going Udemy and see how much you can charge maybe potentially for your course, right? So these are lectures, 18 lectures, right? Healthy cooking fundamentals. This one was at close to $90, $89.99. Right now it's on sale for $17.99. This guy has 2,226 reviews and at 4.6, right? This is only 1.5 stars, 43 lectures, right? I mean, 1.5 total hours, sorry, 43 lectures, right? Essential cooking skills, right? My point is, guys, you keep on scrolling. You see a lot of stuff under cooking, a lot of stuff there under cooking. So let's go to another one. Let's say, let's do another search, right? Let's say you have a thing for landscaping. I'm just making stuff up on the fly, guys. So hopefully I find one that doesn't have a lot of results. All right. So fundamentals of garden design, okay? That's a course for that. Over 3,000 people took this course. This course is 6.5 total hours. 75 lectures, bestseller. Roughly priced at about $50 on sale for $19.99. AutoCAD for landscape design. Landscape design ideas, create a better looking garden, right? 50 reviews, 2 total hours, right? 4.3. So you kind of see the size of the market, what people are buying here. Beginner's Guide to Garden Design, right? 195 reviews, 2 total hours. This is $20, $17.99. Unreal Engine, open world landscapes, right? That looks like some sort of advertisement. Don't know that. Low poly landscapes. Okay, it's some kind of class. That's $85. 1,000 people took this course. People loved it, right? So you can kind of go through here. You can see what's going on. All right. Let's say you had something for. I'm trying to find something that's not really like. Doesn't look like. Give me a course that doesn't have anything. Anyone got anything in the chat that can challenge me on of a course that may not, or topic that might not be have a lot of courses out there for it. Let's say, all right, let's go marketing. Let's go my route, right? Let's go marketing, man. Let's go real fine. I'm going digital marketing. Digital marketing. It's probably not going to be it's going to be a high one, but just see. Digital marketing courses. Slowly loading. All right. Most popular. We got some course 771 digital marketing, how to generate sales leads. Right. We got another course here, 682 reviews, $95. Right. We got some other courses here, $16.99, $85. Right. These are going to be your do-it-yourself type of courses, right? All this stuff is here. Now, one thing I want to show you. This course right here, the complete digital marketing course, right? 12 courses in one. Master digital marketing strategy, social media marketing, SEO, YouTube, email, Facebook, marketing, analytics, and more. Okay? All right. So this guy said he got over 2 million students worldwide, 22.5 total hours, 247 lectures, all levels, 4.5 stars, 159,000 people roughly that reviewed this course. He said he has the 2 million, right? This is originally at $149.99. It's going on sale for $30. Here's a pretty cool thing I want to show you guys, right? So if I say I was interested in this course, I was like, what is this guy? I mean, it's a lot of reviews here. What is he actually teaching? One cool thing here, right? You can go down, and a lot of times you might be able to see their syllabus. You kind of find it. You find a description. Students also bought. Yep, you can see 12 hours. Okay, this one's not breaking down. Some of the course you can kind of see their syllabus. It kind of shows you what they're actually teaching. Some people have it, some people don't. But you kind of do some reconnaissance. You can see what's going on, right? 50 plus hands-on exercises, right? 20 plus relevant courses. So they got hands-on exercises here. So this is really, really some good stuff, right? If you kind of want to see what these guys are doing from a reconnaissance standpoint and want to learn this letter, I'm probably going too far ahead of myself. But this is how you kind of one of the things you can do to find out there's demand for a course. Now, let's say, for instance, maybe you find a real cool course on Udemy. What else can you do, right? Another thing I like to do is also research, do keyword research, right? So we can always do keyword research. And one of the beautiful things about keyword research, there's a lot of free tools out there that can tell you if something's popular or not, right? So Google has a free keyword research tool that they call Google. It's called Google Keyword Planner. Actually, it's not really free anymore, but here's how you get to it. You got to get on a keyword planner. You got to have an account, an AdWords account with Google, but you click on tools and go to Keyword Planner tool, right? And then what it allows you to do, right? I'm not running the ads right now. Shut them down. Let me just hide that. Thank you. All right, so discover new keywords, right? So you can just hit on this, discover new keywords, and then you type in your keywords you look for. Let's say I'm looking at cooking. I'm typing online cooking courses. How many people are actually typing that in the United States, right? In the United States. You click on get results. Now, because I'm not actually running paid ads right now, what it's going to end up doing is give me a range, a monthly range on, the monthly searches, right? But one, you're actually paying for advertising. This is how they get you, right? Google does. If you start paying for advertising again, then this number gives you the actual value. The actual value of searches comes up in here. Because I paused my ads for a little while, right? I'm not sure you're not going to see the actual values, but you can see here online cooking. Average monthly searches is between 100 to 1,000, right? So that's kind of like, okay, that's not a lot. I'm be honest with you. That's not a huge range, but the competition is high. So there's a lot of competition there. You see the average cost for bidding is between, first page of Google is 262 to 947. So there's some people bidding for this, right? So I'm not too impressed with that. I want to see something higher value. So let's say it said online cooking. Let's say it said cooking courses. All right, and I hit results. Let's see now. Now this cooking courses. Now see the number jump. You're in between. We're from between 10,000. Let me see. I'll blow this up. You may not be able to see it. Ooh, that's maybe too big. Sorry. Hard that. See now, cooking courses is now around 10,000 and 100,000, right? That's the range per month of searches they have per month, right? So it's just high. And look, check this out. The 3-month challenge, 3-month change, 3-month change, 900% over the past 3 months. This has been skyrocketing. Year over year change, 900%, right? Competition level is low. So now you're like, whoa, booming keyword, significant amount of change over the past 3 months and year, low competition. Pay-per-click advertising is 54 cents, 363, right? So that is a nice keyword. So now you kind of see there's some demand for this, right? So that's kind of my example, okay? Does this make sense to you guys? All right? All right. And then once again, like another thing you do is, like I said, you kind of look at the paid ads in Google search, right? You can see here, if you're going to pay for advertising, which I kind of do recommend you do, is you're going to be looking between 50 cents to 363 cents, right? 50 cents to $3.63, right? As far as trying to get ranked on a top bid in Google. So, which is pretty decent. All right. So that's how you look at demand. Okay. Let me go back. That's how you look at demand. So, of course, it's the same topic, Udemy, pay ads in Google search, and search volume. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Do we have any questions so far? I just want to make sure I covered it. Any questions? If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Let me know. All right. Now, next, guys, I want you to write this. Next, guys, we have your target. I want you to write down secret number 3 is your target, your perfect avatar. All right, we're going to learn how to figure out what is your perfect avatar right now, okay? Is that cool for you guys? Let me know if you think that's cool. Give me a hand clap, thumbs up. How we doing here on time? You guys liking this? Is this good for you? This is boring you, or this is pretty good? Let me know. I can go faster or slower. If I'm going too fast, let me know to slow down. If I'm going too slow, I can speed up. All right, no, I just want to try to get this all in within an hour, so I'm trying to speed up a little bit. So what we need to do is when we're looking for our perfect avatar, right? There's some things that we have to do. And we really want to be very clear, get crystal clear on our demographics of our customer, the geographics of our customer, the location, and the psychographics of the customer, right? And there's some things we can do, but we like to start off with questions. I really like to start off with questions. So here's some questions we want to ask ourselves, right? First one is, what is the competition? What is their occupation? Sorry. What is their occupation, right? That's one question. You write that one down. Where are they located? Where are they located geographically, right? And a lot of times we can use our keyword research tools to figure out where people are actually located geographically, right? We really can. All right. And then what is their age? We can use some of our keyword tools, not Google, but some other tools out there that allow us to figure out what age group people are searching for. All right. I use a tool that's called Ubersuggest. It's free, but you got a limited amount of searches on it, but it gives you the range of ages that are searching for that keyword. And if we have more time, if you guys want me to show you that, I can show you what that Ubersuggest looks like, but I just want to get this going. I want to get you guys in an hour. All right. What is their gender? Okay. What is their average salary? Now, some of the paid advertising tools, you might get a little glimpse of an idea of what the salary range is, right? What is their education level? What is their marital status? It's another question. What books do they read? And one easy way to do that, right, is kind of go into Amazon and then type in your topic and look at the best sellers and what the best sellers are for that topic or what kind of books they read, okay? Pretty simple. What blogs do they go to? You can type in the top blogs for that keyword, for that topic, right? For let's say is cooking, right? You say top blogs for cooking, right? So now you know the top blogs. If it's landscape, top blogs for landscape, do-it-yourselfers, right? You type in that, right? Who do they look up to? Same deal. You can kind of type in, celebrity cook, celebrity chefs. If it's in restaurants, right? You kind of look who they look up to, type of deal. What are their goals and aspirations? What are their current problems and challenges, right? Now, if you already have a list of current customers right now, right, you might service them. You kind of know, you might start knowing what their current problems and challenges are, and then what courses have they bought or tried before. Right, you go to Udemy, you see what courses people are buying. Okay, now that one guy had 2 million people that watched on digital marketing that got his course, but only maybe was 159,000 actually gave it a review. So there's some people out there. There might be some things they like or they don't like, right? You can look at going to Amazon.com and look at the top books that were bestsellers. Look at their reviews. What are the good things people said about them? What are the bad things people said about them, right? So you can kind of understand, what they bought and what they like and what they don't like. All right, so you understand the pros and cons of those. So those are the questions that we ask ourselves to try to understand the craft of perfect avatar. When you answer all these questions, right, and deep dive into your research on it, then you generate your perfect avatar. All right. Any questions on that? Right, that was secret number 3. Okay, we're gonna roll on to secret number 4. Unless you have any questions. Once again, put the letter Q in the chat, right, followed by a colon, and then type your question. That way, when I filter on questions, I can see your question in the chat area. All right. Secret number 4: how to create an engaging course. Right, this is where we're starting to really start getting down to the point where we're going to look at our course and figure out what we're going to do here. All right. So first thing I want you guys to figure out, this is what I want you to write that down, how to create a creating point. We got to create a lesson plan. No, hold on. You guys might freak out because I said lesson plan. I'm no teacher. Right. Okay. I should have put maybe create an outline of your course. That might seem a little more less, strict, right? That might not put you in the teacher realm. Like, I can't teach a course. I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to do a lesson plan. All lesson plans, just do an outline. Just got to outline what you're going to talk about, right? And there's some things we're going to talk about, right? In that outline, what I want you to put down in that outline, right, is your learning objective. Okay, I want you to put down what is your global milestone. What is your overall objective of the course? What's your overall So how do we do this? It's something I learned from a good marketer called Frank Kern, and it's called the escape and arrival. And what you do is on your left side, right, you say where my ideal customer is at right now in their life, and then on the right side, right, you're gonna write down where they want to go, what result do they want to achieve, or what result you want them to achieve. Okay. In marketing, I would say, all right, I've got customers who are making no sales right now, and they want to go to making consistent amount of sales, predictably, right, consistently and profitably, right. That's what I want to take them to, right. That's where I'm taking them. All right. If you're in the lawn care service business, you want to teach a course, you want to take people from have an ugly lawn to a beautiful lawn, right? So how do you get them there, right? So that's your overall objective. So whatever's going to be your right, that's going to be your overall global objective. Now, you got steps in between to go from bad to great, right? So what are the steps in between? And then each step in between is going to be your steps or your milestone gateways or your milestone steps, right? And that at your milestone level or your steps, right, each one of those steps is going to have a goal, right? So for instance, say we're going to marketing. Let's say, for instance, right, I have a method called marketing funnel profits, and you're going to go from basically having no customers to getting customers and leads consistently, predictably, and profitably, right? So what are the steps, right? Well, one of the first steps I have is you have to create a sales funnel, right? So you got to create a sales funnel. The next step is you got to create traffic, right? And the next step after that is you have to optimize your whole entire marketing funnel. Your marketing funnel is going to be your sales funnel plus your traffic, right? That's your marketing funnel. To optimize it is your last step. You're going to optimize your traffic. You're going to optimize your sales funnel, right? And that's the 3 steps. So those are 3 milestones. So now I got to take you guys through. So there you go. Those are my 3 milestones. So my first goal objectives will be after my global goal of getting leads and sales predictably, consistently, and profitably is 1, you got to create your sales funnel. Now, how do you get it go from I don't have a sales funnel to I need a sales funnel? So I developed or created a sales funnel. What are my steps in that, right? So I break down each one of those steps. Each one of those has a goal, right? An objective, okay? Now, as you go through that escape and arrival, you create your steps, you also start creating what we call a timeline, okay? a timeline, right? How long is it going to take for you to do all these steps, right? So you start creating a timeline of your learning objective. So each step, right? You add each step is going to take a certain amount of time, okay? And you might be designing your course, well, I don't want people to lose interest. Ideally, guys, I like if I go and do lessons, and you'll see if you go to Udemy and you see why they have so many lectures or so many lessons, it's because they're trying to keep the amount of content they have to absorb short period of time, so it's actionable, right? So if someone says I have an hour, I can set aside an hour or maybe 30 minutes, right? So you maybe have a video that's maybe 15 to 20 minutes long, where you teach them something, and then the rest of the time they can implement what you try to teach them, right? So you get it done in an hour. So you might say, okay, even though I might have a bunch of steps, or you have a high level, you got like maybe 3 steps, but then you're like, man, I got to break down this stuff even smaller steps because I don't want them to take more than 20 minutes to go through the content I want to teach them, and then I want to give them time to apply the content. So if I have a goal that everyone can complete all the steps I want them to do within an hour, right, then that allows you to know how long you need to make your video, how long you need to talk to them, boom, right? And that makes content so much more engaging. And you got to think the activities you guys want to put in there. So what learning activities you want to put in there? Right, you saw some activities on our marketing guide. You say some of them are hands-on types of experience. Right, so how do you make your activity hands-on for them, right? So those are all types of activities. It's going to be some sort of interaction with them, right? If we're going to do it with me service, with me type of course, right? So you might have, okay, I want to give you the lecture video on this day and the documentation. You can go through, and then we have a open office hours where I answer all your questions that you may have, right? I might do that once or twice a week. Depends on how often you want to do it, right? And then, and so those are some of the activities you might be able to do. Then you might have maybe a community where people need to get together, right? You could have maybe team rooms. If you're doing on Zoom, right, you can have the little team rooms and people can get together and they can finish a part together, So how you get the people to interact, right? It's so many different things you can do. You figure out what kind of activities you want to do to make it hands-on and hands-off, make it fun and engaging for them, so they want to get in and learn, and also keep them accountable to keep coming back, right? So the learning sequence is kind of like your timeline, right? And we kind of went to, go from point A to point B, the steps in between. That's your learning sequence, right? And then I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, you already called it a lesson plan. Now you're going to tell me, right, I got to have a learning assessment. I got to have a test them and quiz them. Ideally, guys, yes, it don't have to be something explicit. It don't have to be like 100 question, multiple choice test or fill in the blank test, whatever, or essay. It could be simple. Hey, do you understand this concept? Right? Yes or no? Do you understand, all right, guys, I just went over the top 5, spices for a great meal, right? What are the top 5 spices? They can have them listed out. It could be very simple, right? Just to see if they get it, right? The whole point of doing an assessment, though, is once you assess them, and let's say everyone gets it wrong, even if it's an informal type of assessment, all right, I must be doing good. I teach in this course. That's why you have it live. So then you can have them ask you questions, get feedback, and then next time you teach the course, you can change it up, add that material to it so it makes more sense, and people gain it, grasp it quicker. Okay, if you have everyone that aced it, then you're doing a great job. You have people like in between, maybe 70% got it, 70% got it, and 30% didn't. Then all right, you're doing a pretty good job, and not everyone gets it. But that's why you have the Q&A, and you can kind of tweak it so more and more people get it. Okay, does that make sense? Hey guys, let me know if that makes sense. Give me a hand clap. Just give me a shout out. Does that make sense or not? All right. Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is also from creating a learning experience, a lesson plan, or creating an outline. Is this how you're going to close out that particular segment of the course, right? How you going to close it out? You might close it out with assessment, and then with a Q&A, and then say, okay, next week we're going to do this. This is how you going to close it out, how you going to move on to the next step. That's what that means. All right. Now, any questions? All right. Now, our 5th secret. This is where the money is the road, guys. This is really where the money lives the road. I want you to write down how to pre-sell your course. How are we going to pre-sell our course? Write that down. All right. So, guys, look. Real quick. Okay. Now, the whole purpose of pre-selling your course is basically so you don't waste any time or your money. That's the whole reason why you want to pre-sell it. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I don't know. Courses don't make any money. Well, guess what, guys? Let's find out. Let's pre-sell it first before you spend all your time and money creating an actual course. You don't have to create the actual course in order for you to sell it. All you need to do is create the idea of the course, and which is why in step 4, we did the lesson plan or the course outline. All you're going to do is you're going to pitch, sell your course outline. And if you sell your course outline and then you sell that and people are interested and they want to buy it, you put a buy button up and they want to buy it, now you know you got interest, now you know you need to make the course. If you don't get enough buyers, right? If you don't get enough buyers, then what you do is you say, hey guys, I was pre-ordering this course. I need to have so many people that purchase this course or sign up for this course, and I didn't get the numbers that I was looking at. And how do you know the numbers, Claude? Well, you know the numbers because in secret number 1, you realize you wrote your SMART goal. You know where your objectives was, right? That's so you know your objective. You had a measurable goal and your SMART goal. Something was measurable. I want to sell so many courses so I can make so much money, right? In a nutshell, right? If you don't hit that pre-order number of courses, right, that's part of your SMART goal for secret number 1, then you know that I'm doing something wrong here. It's not worth my time. Okay, that's why we have secret number 1. Okay, so you guys see that, so we pre-sell your course, right? And like I said, we're selling the objectives, we're turning the outline, the lesson plan, right? That's what we're selling. All right. Now, what are some methods in which we can actually pre-sell the course? Well, the first thing is email. Email is probably the easiest thing to do. If you already have a list of customers, of leads, right, already, you just email them and say, hey, I got a course. I'm putting together a course, right? It's about this. Here's the topics. Here's my outline. This is what we're going to learn throughout this course. That's how long I'm expecting to take. It's going to interact. It's going to be delivered this type of way, right? It's this much money. If you guys are interested, go ahead and sign up, right? I need 20 people to sign up. If I get 20 people to sign up, then I'm going to have the course. If not, I'm going to refund your money because I'm not going to have the course, all right? That's how you pre-sell a course. You sell email like that way. Another way you can do it, right? And I will say, especially emails, it depends on how many people you need to pre-order the course, but you need to at least have 1,000 people on your email list. Anything less than 1,000 people, right? You definitely want to use what you're going to use paid traffic. And you're going to go to a webinar or to a masterclass. And a webinar is something you do like we're doing here now, where I'm giving you guys information about how to do something, right? And then later you're going to sell your course at the end of it, okay? Or a masterclass is where they pay up front for the class, and you teach them a small portion of your course, right? The thing about a masterclass, you get the money up front. You know if people are interested because they actually bought it. So now you're like, all right, it's kind of like pre-selling your course, but now you're going to just teach a small section of the class, of the course. Let's say your course is going to be like maybe 8 weeks long. You might just teach one part of the objectives or the milestones of that course, right? And so, or you might have just teach a very high level overview and have people pay for it, right? Kind of see if there's interest. Okay. So that's really paid traffic. Use Facebook, use Google. I mean, it's a whole many different ways you can do it. Facebook and Google are probably the most prevalent things right now to do it. Google's really great because if you're really going to be able to get people that really truly are looking for a solution, looking to buy something because they're already typing in the keyword. Facebook is you're interrupting people, right? And so if you Google or Facebook sometimes is cheaper depending on how you do it, what method you're using, than Google. But all in all, one of those two methods is really good to use to kind of grab traffic to your website. I mean, traffic to your page, your sales page, your pitch page, to sell them on either on a webinar, to register for a webinar, or register for a masterclass. All right. Any questions? Any questions, guys? All righty. All right, guys. That is the end of my instructions for you. So we got that done in an hour. Now, I promise you guys, right? I promise you guys at this time, if you stay to the end of the course, we stayed to the end of this webinar, I was going to give you a free gift, right? And this is the free gift and I'm going to give you. It is, right, my resource cheat sheet. It's called Launch Your Online Course. It's broken down into 59 59 resource links, right? I had the team put together this whole thing, consolidate, save you guys hundreds of hours of doing the research on your own on Google, right? To figure out how to put together a great online course. So I consolidated, I did all the research for you, had my team put together, and I had it categorized in the basic categories. And so here's what you're actually getting. Let me show you that real quick. Let's see where's that. All right, here we go. So here's what you're actually getting, right? So here, like I said, I broke it down into basic categories, right? The basics of online course, you see the links there. Creating a perfect topic, learning outcomes and course goals, you see the links there. Engage the intended audience in pre-selling, see the links there. Building revenue from the beginning, the links are there for you. Find the right platform, what platform you should be using. Planning course content, how you plan the course content. Create lesson plans and course content, right? All the stuff I kind of went over high level with you in this webinar, and then how to launch your course, right? So all that's for you for free. Thanks for staying to the end, right? If you're in the webinar room, you go ahead and download it. You can get it, right? It's there for you to get it. And I'm actually making it live here so you guys can actually download it right now as we speak. Okay, so you can go ahead and get this resource guide from my webinar room. I appreciate it, and this is yours to keep. All right, so any questions so far on what we have done here so far today? All right, guys, so you might be asking me, all right, what do we do next, right? So what's next on the agenda, Claude, at this point? Well, guys, I'm being quite honest with you, right? It's really what we're going to do next at this point in time, right? I really want you to, if you want to deep dive more, if you're really interested in having me teach you how to create an online course, I do have a program called Course Creation Profits, excuse me, right? And if you're interested in it, guys, there's no sales pitch here. All you got to do is just go to my my website, 247onlinemarketing.com, click on the help desk icon, and submit a chat and say, hey, Claude, I'm interested in the online course Creation Profits, or you can actually do it in the chat, right? If you do it in the chat, I'll get a link out to you to where you can schedule some time with me and I'll walk you through the course. All right. It's very simple. I want to keep this to an hour. So if you guys are interested, you guys can do that. All right. If that's all, if no other questions, guys, I want to say thank you and God bless you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. I thank you guys for being here, tuning in to this Course Creation Profits webinar. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like it and share it, guys. If you thought this was useful, share it. Tell your friends, tell your other colleagues, right? Share it with them. Share this video and like it. I really greatly appreciate it. I love doing this type of stuff. I love doing these webinars. I love chit-chatting with you guys. So, hey, come join me on my other events that I have going on online, my live streams. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like my Facebook page if you're on Facebook. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the near future. Thank you all, and God bless you. Have a blessed day.